Let's get right into it. Number 9. The spy's umbrella tip that hunts cancer. Imagine you're walking down a London street in 1978. You feel a tiny prick on your leg, like someone bumped into you with an umbrella. That's exactly what happened to Georgy Markov, a Bulgarian writer who had criticized his government. That little prick was actually from a poisoned umbrella tip, loaded with something called ricin. Markov died 4 days later, and the assassin was never caught. Scientists looked at this assassination method and realized they could use this for something good. Instead of killing dissidents, they could kill cancer cells. The problem with most cancer treatments is they're like using a flamethrower to kill a mosquito. They destroy everything in their path. Good cells, bad cells, your appetite, your hair. These scientists had a crazy idea. They could make the poison smart. They started attaching toxic proteins, like the ones used in that umbrella, to antibodies. Think of antibodies as tiny guided missiles that can find specific targets in your body. When you combine these with a deadly toxin, you get what scientists call an immunotoxin. It's basically a smart bomb that hunts down cancer cells and only cancer cells. The poison is so targeted that it doesn't hurt healthy cells. It just floats around in your blood until it finds a cancer cell, which gets a dose of poison that would make a Cold War assassin jealous. Something designed to kill people in the shadiest way possible is now saving lives in hospitals. Number 8. The cobra's kiss that kills chronic pain. Scientists were studying cobra venom, trying to figure out how it kills people so efficiently. Then they noticed something. Before the venom paralyzes and kills its victim, it does something else. It completely blocks pain. The part of cobra venom that blocks pain is 20 times stronger than morphine. And unlike morphine, it doesn't make you high or addicted. The cobra basically invented the perfect painkiller while trying to kill its prey more efficiently. This venom component works by blocking specific pain signals in your nerves. It's like having a mute button for pain, but only the bad kind. You still feel normal sensations, just not the awful chronic pain that ruins people's lives. Scientists figured out how to make synthetic versions of this venom component in labs, so now we can help people with chronic pain without having to wrestle with angry cobras. Pretty ironic that something designed to kill us might end up saving millions from chronic pain. Number 7. The autumn toxin that calms fiery joints. The Colchicum autumnale, also known as the autumn crocus. Don't let its pretty purple petals fool you. This flower is basically nature's serial killer in a sundress. Every part of this plant contains colchicine, a poison so potent that eating just one flower can be fatal. Back in ancient times, people would use this plant to murder their enemies. Just slip a few petals into someone's wine, and they're having their last drink. But some clever healer noticed people who survived small doses of this poison reported that their joint pain disappeared. This deadly toxin is actually really good at treating gout, a type of arthritis that feels like someone's jabbing hot needles into your joints. The poison works by stopping inflammation cells from showing up to the party in your joints. No inflammation means no pain. We turned a murder weapon into a medicine. It's like finding out your neighborhood axe murderer is actually a really good massage therapist. Today, doctors still use colchicine to treat gout. But don't go picking these flowers thinking you'll cure your arthritis. There's a really thin line between medicine and poison. Number 6. The viper's bite that busts clots. Imagine you're hiking in the Amazon rainforest, and you get bitten by a pit viper. Your blood starts getting thin, really thin. So thin that you start bleeding from places you didn't even know could bleed. This snake's venom is basically nature's blood thinner. It breaks down blood clots like they're made of cotton candy. Scientists looked at this deadly venom and figured they could use this power for good. Blood clots kill a lot of people every year. They cause heart attacks and strokes. So these scientists basically stole the snake's secret recipe and turned it into a medicine. They created a drug called integralin. It's like having a trained pit viper living in your medicine cabinet, only instead of killing you, it saves your life by dissolving dangerous blood clots in minutes. We hijacked a natural weapon and turned it into a lifesaver. Next time you hear someone got rushed to the hospital with a blood clot, there's a good chance they're getting treated with what's essentially snake venom. Number 5. The plant that paralyzes but stops spasms. Imagine you're an Amazon explorer in the 1700s. You're walking through the jungle when suddenly a tiny dart hits your neck. Within minutes, you can't move a muscle. You're fully conscious, but you're paralyzed like a statue. Your lungs stop working. European scientists started studying this murder plant. They discovered that curare doesn't actually kill by poisoning. It works by blocking the signals between your nerves and muscles. It's like unplugging your muscles from your brain. Doctors realized they could use this in surgery. Before curare, surgeons had a big problem. Their patients would twitch and spasm during operations. Imagine trying to do heart surgery while your patient is doing the Macarena on the operating table. Give them a tiny bit of curare and they're perfectly still. Of course, they also can't breathe on their own. But by the 1940s, we had breathing machines to handle that. Today, derivatives of curare are used in millions of surgeries every year. That surgical stillness comes from a plant used to hunt monkeys in the Amazon. Number 4. The World War I blister gas that taught us to detox. It's 1918, and some scientists are cooking up something nasty in their lab. They're making a weapon called lewisite, and it's basically Satan in gas form. This stuff was designed to be the ultimate nightmare. It could burn your skin, destroy your lungs, and basically turn your insides into soup. The military was so scared of their own weapon that they rushed to create an antidote. They came up with something called dimer-caprol. Imagine your body is a nightclub, and toxic metals like arsenic, mercury, and lead are drunk troublemakers. Dimer-caprol is the bouncer that grabs these toxic party crashers and literally throws them out of your body. The scientists realized this bouncer molecule wasn't just good for their war gas, it could kick out all sorts of toxic metals from the body. Suddenly, they had a cure for mercury poisoning, lead poisoning, and arsenic poisoning. It's like trying to invent a better flamethrower and accidentally creating the world's best fire extinguisher. Since then, it's saved kids who ate lead paint chips, people who drank contaminated water, and workers exposed to toxic metals. Number 3. The nuclear fallout that maps the body. PET scan machines exist because scientists were trying to figure out better ways to blow stuff up. Back in the 1940s, while everyone was busy trying to build bigger bombs, they accidentally created something called radioactive tracers. These are basically tiny radioactive particles that act like GPS trackers inside your body. Scientists were studying nuclear reactions, trying to make weapons more deadly, but they noticed these radioactive materials would spread through living tissue in very specific patterns. They accidentally invented glowing breadcrumbs that could show exactly where things go in your body. These radioactive tracers are like giving cancer cells tiny flashlights. Suddenly, you can see exactly where they're hiding. The same tech, meant for mass destruction, is now used for medical detection. Today, doctors inject small amounts of these tracers into patients and watch where they go. Cancer cells, being the greedy little things they are, grab onto these tracers more than normal cells. So when doctors look at the scan, the cancer lights up like a Christmas tree. The reason we know how much radiation is safe to use in these scans is partly because of data collected from nuclear bomb survivors. So next time you're getting a PET scan, you're benefiting from one of humanity's darkest moments being turned into something that actually helps people. Number 2. The suffocating gas that calms inflammation. Carbon monoxide is that sneaky gas that's been killing people since humans first discovered fire. It's colorless, odorless, and really good at making people stop breathing. For years, the only time doctors dealt with carbon monoxide was when they were trying to save someone who forgot to open their garage door. But then, some scientists thought, what if we deliberately gave people the thing that's been killing them? Turns out, in tiny controlled doses, carbon monoxide can actually save lives. When your body gets a transplanted organ, your immune system usually freaks out like a bouncer spotting a fake ID. But give it a tiny whiff of carbon monoxide, and suddenly your immune system chills out. Scientists found that carbon monoxide can reduce inflammation so well that it might prevent organ rejection after transplants. The irony is wild. We discovered this life-saving treatment while studying how this gas kills people. It's like finding out your school bully became a really good therapist. Number 1. The sunken ship that created chemotherapy. It's December 2nd, 1943, and the SS John Harvey is sitting in an Italian harbor. This ship was packed full of mustard gas bombs, but then German planes showed up and bombed the harbor. The John Harvey exploded, releasing clouds of mustard gas into the water and air. Hundreds of sailors and civilians were exposed to the gas. Doctors noticed something weird about the survivors. Their white blood cell counts had dropped to nearly 0. One scientist, Louis Goodman, realized something. If mustard gas kills fast-growing white blood cells, maybe it could kill fast-growing cancer cells too. He and his team created a safer version of mustard gas called nitrogen mustard. They tested it on a patient with advanced lymphoma who was so sick his tumors were crushing his windpipe. After a few treatments, the tumors started shrinking. The patient could breathe again, and for a while, he seemed almost cured. The cancer eventually came back, but this was the first time anything had ever worked. This discovery led to the development of chemotherapy as we know it today. That's all for today. I'll be making similar videos in the future. Subscribe to see them.